It's very common to add share buttons to your interface. Here there's a list of items here, and for each one, let me scroll down a little bit, for each one there's a share button. And if I click on share, I can share this information in two different ways. I can send it as a message to one or more friends. I can also post it on my profile. And so here I'm going to share it with a friend. I can click here and I will share a link to this place. You can see the link at the bottom of the status area down here. And when a user gets this message, they can reply to it the way they would to any email message through Facebook, and they can click on this link that's being sent and come directly to, not to this entire page, but to this specific item on this page. So I can send that as a message. The message has been sent, but I could also post it to my profile. And here I have a comment, and this will come onto my profile. So in both ways I can share it. I can share it directly with email to one or more friends, or through my profile, where anyone who can see my profile will be able to see this message. And so I'll post it there. Now, both mechanisms, the email mechanism and the posting to the profile, were handled with the standard share button. And I implement that share button using a single line of code. So let me come back here into my library. And that line of code is here. I set it up next to each item in that list, and I'm creating a share button by using the FBML share button element, and I send to it a class, in this case a URL, and an href, the address of where I want people to be referred to when they click on it. Now, how do I know to do this? Let me come back in here, come to the bottom of almost any Facebook page, come back into the documentation. I want to look in the FBML section, which is right down here. And to create an object such as a share button, I come down here, and here it is, and I have the description of the share button, what it does, two required attributes, the class, I used the URL class, and the href is required actually only if class is a URL. You can also provide a class of meta, and then you specify the metadata. You can specify a link. So the class is always required. Href is required if class is URL. Meta is required if class is meta. And here's an example of a direct share, and here's an example of constructing metadata that is shared. So all I had to do was write this one line of code to create the share button. I've now logged in as the user to whom that share message was sent. You'll notice that I have something in my inbox. I'll click here, and now you'll see what I was able to do with that single line of code, and one click and a couple of lines of text from the user who wants to share that URL. Here I have the message from the other user. The text was, "Interesting place, I like this." That's what I typed in before. I can take a look at it, click here, see what was written here. There's the text. It's showing up in my regular inbox. I can reply to it because we're now in the world of messages back and forth. So I could send a message. We'll try it soon, and this will go back to the person who sent this to me, just like any other mailbox. I can come in here and click on the link that was provided. You'll notice I'm going here to a link that looks a little different Don't worry about that because this is the encoded link for the shared information. Facebook is going to do some munging in the background, and we're going to get to the actual link that I wanted sent. And you'll see when we come in here, I'll be in Browse Pics for a specific pic, which is the one that I actually had someone share with me. I don't have a list of items down here. It's just this one item that someone shared with me.